I'm Abraxas, and this is neither the beginning nor the end of my story. And today we will make one step closer to goal, which I mentioned in my channel description. So follow me. We will start from Rognan. In this video I will create hiking track for you. I will check it by myself for safety. You can watch the video, you can follow, and I prepare some gift for you. So it can be money, it can be some useful tool or whatever. So in the end you will get very nice view, very good experience, and of course something in your pocket. So follow the track, let's start. Welcome to Rognan. So first place which I have to show you, this name is very helpful for tourists especially, and for local guys if you have no money to buy some equipment. It's called BUA. So now we will go here and I will show you what you can get for free. And this is actually very simple, so you can get it for rent like 1 week. It can be ski, sleet or whatever. So now we will go and I will show you. Hi, so you can get this ski for free and all this stuff, whatever you have. It's like also helmets, skis, sleet, sleeping bags, so everything. So everything you can get here. So also if you go for mountain, it also will be very helpful in deep snow. Sorry?
Bikes in the summer.
Bikes also, yeah? Thank you very much. So you can get also bikes, also life jackets, and everything is here. It's for free. So for 1 week I think, yeah?
Yes.
For 1 week. Okay, so everyone is welcome to BUA. Thank you for your information. Bye bye. Okay, we're done here, and now I want to show you. It's very tasty and my favorite cheese, especially this is cheese from Norway directly. And now we will go here. I will show you where to buy it as cheapest price. I think it will be around 100 crowns.
Norwegian cheese is known for its unique taste and traditional production methods. Here are some key features. 1. Brunost. The famous brown cheese has a caramelized, slightly sweet flavor due to the boiling of whey, which caramelizes the lactose. Made from cows or goat's milk, Gjetost is the goat version. Pairs well with bread, waffles and coffee. 2. Traditional hard and semi-hard cheeses. Jarlsberg, similar to Swiss cheese but milder and creamier. Nukkalost, spiced with caraway and cloves for a unique aromatic taste. Pultost, a soft cheese with a strong aroma, popular in rural areas. 3. High-quality ingredients and clean environment. Norwegian cheeses are made from high-quality milk, thanks to the country's clean pastures. Minimal additives and traditional recipes ensure natural flavors. If you enjoy unique flavors, Brunost is a must-try. It's unlike any other cheese and might surprise you.
And now I can show you this cheese. This is Norwegian cheese, Gudbrandsdalen. So as for me it's very tasty, so recommend it for everyone, and price is 100 crowns in Rognan. So after we will get money in the end of this trail, you can buy this one. I recommend it. So we are out of Rema. Extra is right ahead of us, and from here we will start our trail. Let's go.
Rognan, Norway, a small but charming village in the Saltdal municipality, Nordland, northern Norway. Nestled along the shores of Saltfjorden, Rognan is known for its breathtaking nature, rich history, and unique atmosphere. What makes Rognan special? One, a hub of traditional wooden boat building.
Now you have to go right ahead until you reach the bridge. Let's increase our speed. Okay, we reached the bridge.
Rognan has a long-standing tradition of wooden boat building. This is where the legendary Nordlandsbåter were crafted. Lightweight, fast boats used for fishing and maritime travel. You can visit the boat building museum where historic vessels are preserved and learn about ancient craftsmanship techniques. 2 World War II history. During the German occupation, Rognan was home to one of the northernmost prisoner of war camps, Botn Kriegsfangelager. Soviet and Yugoslav prisoners were held there under brutal conditions. Today, a memorial site stands in their honor, serving as a reminder of the tragedies of war.
Also, this mountain, which you can see, also have a very nice hiking trail, but it's quite difficult. And same as mountain here, which you can see, but this one is much easier. But today we will go far away and we will see waterfall. This is our target.
3. Northern lights and pristine nature. Located above the Arctic Circle, Rognan is an ideal place to witness the aurora borealis in its full glory. Surrounded by mountains, fjords, and dense forests, it offers perfect conditions for hiking, fishing, and kayaking. Just a 30-minute drive away lies Saltfjellet Svartisen National Park, home to Svartisen Glacier, the second largest glacier in Norway. For a railway through the Arctic Circle, Rognan is located along the Nordlandsbanen, one of the world's most scenic railway routes. This railway crosses the Arctic Circle, connecting Trondheim and Bodø, offering stunning views of fjords, mountains, and endless Arctic landscapes. Why visit Rognan? Experience the Northern Lights, best viewed from September to March. Explore untouched fjords through hiking and kayaking. Discover the region's maritime history and wooden boat building traditions. Visit World War II memorial sites for a glimpse into Norway's wartime past. Take a ride on the Nordlandsbanen for an unforgettable Arctic train journey. Rognan is a hidden gem in northern Norway, a place where history, nature, and adventure come together in an unforgettable Arctic experience. Basic traffic rules for pedestrians in Norway. What tourists need to know: if you're traveling in Norway, it's important to know the pedestrian rules to stay safe and avoid fines. 1. Pedestrians have the right of way at crosswalks. In Norway, drivers must stop at pedestrian crossings if you are about to cross. However, always make sure the driver has actually stopped before stepping onto the road. Some might not see you in bad weather. 2 traffic lights must be followed. A red pedestrian light means stop, even if no cars are coming. Crossing on red can result in a fine of about 1,700 Norwegian kroner, approximately 150 euros. 3. Use sidewalks and pedestrian paths. If there's a sidewalk, you must use it. If there's no sidewalk, walk on the left side of the road, facing oncoming traffic. 4. Be visible in the dark. Norway gets very dark in winter and drivers might not see you. Wearing reflectors or a flashlight isn't just a recommendation, it's a legal requirement. You could get a warning or a fine if you don't. 5 bike lanes are not for walking. Cyclists have the right to ride fast and don't have to yield to pedestrians. Stay off bike lanes or you might get a warning or even a fine. 6. Be extra careful on rural roads. In small villages and highways, there might not be pedestrian crossings. Cars drive fast and it's hard to see them around curves. Assess the situation before crossing. 7. Don't use your phone while crossing the road. Norwegian authorities are cracking down on distracted pedestrians. If you're crossing, put away your phone and take out your earbuds. This isn't an official rule, but it's crucial for your safety. The main rule: stay aware, follow signs, and don't take risks. Norway prioritizes pedestrian safety, but that doesn't mean you can let your guard down.
Okay, now we'll go off-road, so you will not use the car. Why is he looking at me? What the hell? Maybe because of my clothes.
In Norway, sheep and rams are more than just livestock. They're an integral part of rural life and the natural landscape. You can find them everywhere, on farms, along roads, and even high up in the mountains, where they graze freely during the summer months. How can Norwegian rams be dangerous? Unexpected encounters on the road. Norway has a law known as Utmark, which allows sheep and rams to roam freely in natural areas. This means they often wander onto roads, posing a hazard to drivers. On narrow mountain roads, you might suddenly come across an entire flock, and swerving at high speed can lead to an accident. Aggressive behavior. Rams are usually peaceful, but if they feel threatened, they can defend themselves. Males, in particular, become more aggressive during the mating season in autumn. They are strong and capable of delivering powerful headbutts, which can be dangerous for humans.
Okay, let's see what is
Hazards
on the left
in the
side.
mountains. Hikers in Norway's mountains frequently encounter sheep and rams. If an animal feels cornered, or if you try to shoo it off a trail, it may react unpredictably. Rams are heavy. Mature males can weigh up to 100 kilograms and can knock a person over, which is especially dangerous on rocky terrain. Protecting lambs. If you see a sheep with lambs nearby, avoid approaching them. Like many animals, mother sheep have strong protective instincts and may unexpectedly charge if they perceive you as a threat to their young. Rognan, Norway. Among the towering fjords and cold northern winds lies one of the darkest remnants of World War II, the Botn-Rognan War Cemetery. During the Nazi occupation of Norway, this place was home to one of the most brutal prison camps, Botn-Krigsfangelejre. Thousands of Soviet and Yugoslav prisoners of war were forced into slave labor, building the infamous Blood Road, Blodveien. Temperatures dropped to minus 30 degrees Celsius. Food was scarce. Disease, exhaustion, and mass executions became part of daily life. Many never survived. Their bodies were simply discarded in the forests and swamps. Today, a memorial stands in honor of the Soviet and Yugoslav prisoners, reminding us of the horrors that took place here. Nearby lies the German War Cemetery, the final resting place of over 2,500 Wehrmacht soldiers. This site has become a symbol of remembrance for all sides of the conflict. Botn-Rognan is not just a location on a map. It is a place where history comes alive, where every stone and every cross hold silent testimonies of war. Remember, so it never happens again. Norwegian bogs in Norway. Bogs cover a significant part of the landscape, especially in coastal and mountainous regions. They form due to the humid climate, frequent rainfall, and slow decomposition of organic matter. Main types of bogs: raised bogs, høymyr, fed only by rainwater, often covered in sphagnum moss. Lowland bogs, lavmyr, receive water from groundwater sources, rich in minerals and vegetation.
Okay, don't go there.
Transitional bogs, overgangsmyr, a mix of both types, often found at the edges of forests. Interesting facts: Norwegian bogs have preserved remarkable archaeological artifacts. They are vital habitats for birds, moose, and rare plant species. Bogs play a crucial role in the ecosystem by storing carbon and preventing floods. Some bogs, particularly in Finnmark and Trøndelag, are exceptionally scenic and attract tourists and photographers.
I think we should make our route more challenging, so I suggest we follow the trap of an animal. It could be deer or moose. There are so many of them here. Let's see where they lead us.
Water in the mountains and streams of Norway is known for its exceptional purity and quality. This is due to several factors, including natural geological processes and strict environmental protection. Here are some scientific facts and research regarding drinking water in Norway. Water purity. The water in Norway's mountainous areas generally has very low levels of contaminants like bacteria, viruses, and chemicals. This is due to natural filtration through rocks and soil. In mountainous areas, rivers and streams pass through crystalline rocks, which significantly purify the water. Mineral content. Water in Norway, especially from mountain springs, can contain various minerals such as calcium, magnesium, and potassium, which are beneficial to health. It has a low mineral content, making it soft and pleasant to drink. Bacterial safety. Water from natural sources in Norway is usually safe to drink without any additional filtration. However, this doesn't mean all sources are guaranteed to be safe, particularly in areas with active wildlife or high rainfall, which can lead to water contamination. Water quality studies. Many studies show that the water from mountain sources in Norway meets or exceeds the standards for drinking water set by the World Health Organization, WHO. For example, environmental monitoring of Norway's water resources confirms the low level of pollution in mountainous regions. Recommendations for tourists. While most mountain rivers and streams in Norway are safe to drink directly from the source, it's important to remember that in some places the water may be contaminated due to agricultural activities, wildlife, or natural disasters like floods. Tourists are advised to avoid drinking from rivers near densely populated areas or farms. Filtration. Even though water from natural sources is generally clean, many tourists prefer to use filters or purification tablets for extra peace of mind, especially when traveling in remote areas where contamination sources might be unpredictable. Overall, water in Norway is some of the cleanest and safest in the world, but when traveling to remote areas, it's recommended to take precautions and filter the water, especially if you're unsure of its source. The Myth of Galdhøpiggen. Long ago, in times when Norway was covered with dense forests and the mountains hid many secrets, there lived a wise and powerful goddess named Skarpa. Skarpa was the guardian of the mountains and forests, and she was known as a woman with incredible strength who could speak to nature, summon storms, and protect her land from outside threats. One day, a young and bold god, Thor, came to her with a challenge. He claimed that he was stronger and braver than any other god or creature in these mountains, and that he could climb the highest peak without being tested by anything she might offer. Skapa, seeing his arrogance, decided to test him. She sent Thor to the highest mountain, one with no name and no fame, Galdhøpiggen. However, this mountain was not as simple as it seemed. The place was filled with ancient spirits and forces of nature that could take any form to test those who dared to climb it. As Thor ascended, the spirits of nature began to appear in different forms, first as icy clouds, then as a foggy wall that he could not pass. At the most difficult moments, when he felt he might not make it, huge beasts appeared on his path, testing his bravery. Eventually, Thor reached the summit of Galdhøpiggen, but standing at the highest point, he felt his strength fading. All he had gained was a profound sense of respect for the forces of nature he had tried to conquer. Only then did he understand that there was no power that could overcome Mother Nature. From that time on, according to legend, Galdhøpiggen became not just a mountain, but a symbol of respect for the forces of nature. Anyone who climbs its peak feels not only the height, but the magic and strength of the land that lies behind its harsh appearance. the mountains of Norway offer breathtaking landscapes, stunning heights, and unforgettable hikes. However, beneath this beauty lie serious dangers that every traveler needs to be aware of. The weather in the mountains changes rapidly. A sunny day can turn into an icy fog with strong winds in just minutes. Temperatures can drop even in summer, and rain and snowstorms make the trails slippery and dangerous. The terrain is challenging, steep ascents, sharp rocks and sheer cliffs. Popular routes like Trolltunga, Preikestolen and Kjerag do not forgive mistakes. One careless move and you could fall. Moreover, many trails require 8 to 12 hours of hiking with no quick shelter or way to turn back. Add frequent rockfalls and weak mobile signal to the mix, and it's clear that without proper preparation, these places are not for the unprepared. Before setting out, it's crucial to gear up properly. Footwear should be sturdy with a grippy sole. Clothing should be layered, thermal underwear, an insulating layer, and wind protection. Gloves and a hat are essential even in summer, as temperatures can be just a few degrees above freezing at higher altitudes. Make sure to bring a map, compass or GPS, a flashlight, extra food and water, and a whistle. Its sound travels farther in the mountains. But what should you do if something goes wrong? If you strain or twist your ankle, immobilize it with a bandage or belt and try to descend carefully. In case of a fracture, immobilize the limb, warm yourself up, and call for help. If you feel hypothermic, immediately put on all available clothing, shelter from the wind, and, if possible, light a fire. Norway has a single emergency number, 112. In some tourist areas, you may find signs with rescue team numbers. If there's no signal, try signaling with a whistle. 3 short whistles mean distress. And most importantly, stay calm. Heading down to the nearest route or settlement increases your chances of being rescued. The mountains are a place of power, but they don't tolerate carelessness. Prepare in advance, assess your capabilities, and remember, your safety is in your hands.
Okay, we're almost there. And this is Waterfall, our target. You want some money?